Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Steve from the Worley Bugger. It's Tuesday, June 15th. Standing here on the banks of the river in the farmlands just above the Diversion Dam. And there's lots of water in the river today. So we've had about 24 hours of pretty heavy rainfall here in the upper county, and in Ellensburg is much needed. So several inches of rain have fallen, and kind of in combination too of more releases of water for fish migration. The river below the Tianaway through the farmlands, about a foot of visibility today. Get here a little bit closer, you can see still definitely fishable, especially people with boats. And I would remind you, it's going to start getting to that time they're going to start ramping the river up for summer irrigation flows. So wading the Yakima is going to be extremely difficult, through a lot of the river. You're really going to need to be in a boat, whether that's a friend or a guide service. But I would also remind you too that there's a lot of other places to fish here in central Washington. All the little creeks, Tianaway, Tatum, those are all open now to fishing and starting to come into shape. Even the Tianaway today is starting to drop. It's somewhere between 500 and 800. I would remind you also too that the gauging stations are not accurate. They're just, if you get used to looking at them, you can really just use them kind of as a gauging unit to just kind of tell you what the river is doing. If it's consistently bouncing up and down, or if it's flatlining. So yeah, lots of particulates floating, lots of cottonwood. Last week the fishing was very, very good. We had, great hatches, biggest hatches of PMDs I've ever seen on the river in my 30 years of fishing it. Lots of blue wings, still March brown, mayflies in June, caddis in the afternoon, and then our big flies too, big golden stones. So a lot of that will happen this week. Especially as the river starts to kind of settle out. One thing about the yak is it will come up quickly, during releases or, during spring runoff, but it also settles very quickly. Usually only takes about a day or two for the river to really, really settle and the turbidity to kind of clear and become fishable again. So, like I said, today, river is fishable, but high. Aaron's reporting in the upper river in Clay Ellum through that stretch above the Tianaway. There's about 3 feet of visibility still left in the river today. If you have any questions, you can always call the pro shop in Ellensburg. We'll give you an honest account of what's going on with the river the best that we can. Summer's just getting going here, and should be great. We really needed this rainfall. The valley floor down here was super dry, so it was great, you know, to get all this moisture. Try to keep those fires at bay as long as possible this summer. So again, if you have any questions, give us a shout at the pro shop, and have a great week, everybody.